Hello, I'm Paul and this is Josephine. We have lived near the beach at Parkery for more than 50 years. We brought our two girls up and the family up here, and we've seen a lot of things that have been happening lately.
Paul had bought the land by the time I arrived here, and I arrived to a beach that was beautiful, pristine, luscious, rolling sand dunes, mostly 4 dunes that I remember clearly, that are simply not there anymore. And yeah, it was still an amazing place to bring our children up in. We had an incredibly rich early part of our life. I've noticed with the sand mining there have been a lot of changes. For me personally, I planted quite a few pūtūkawa trees, probably 35 to 40 years ago. Those were well back from the main top dunes, probably about 5 metres. Today they are exposed, the roots are exposed to a point I'm really fearful for these trees that they're going to go. That's my number one thing. Well, the sea is clearly encroaching. So you once had the top dunes with these rolling dunes. I planted the trees about here. Now all of these dunes are gone. There's this hollowed out feeling and the roots are all sadly lying exposed. Yeah.
It's disappearing.
And the other change also that has been quite profound is when I first came to Lovely, the shells were extraordinary. And I used to collect these huge big horse mussel shells. Paul is a potter and he made these beautiful lamp bases, and I would make these really beautiful, like tortoise shell lamps out of the horse mussels. There's not a horse mussel to be seen, it's gone. Massively. I mean, we hear reports from fishermen and various people, local people who've been fishing. Our neighbour, who's been gone for many years now, said that he would just put his line out. The fish was so abundant, everything was abundant. That's not so today. Yeah.
A bad day's fishing was 7 snapper.
Yeah.
What's a bad day?
Oh, none.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we go out
Yeah.
sometimes and there's nothing.
Shock and horror. I mean, I
Yeah.
just can't believe it. They say that the beach is not impacted. How can they say that? I mean, it's crystal clear for anyone who's been in this area long enough to see that it has been very greatly. Just the loss of sand, the feeling that I have when I walk down that beach now, I have a deep sadness in my heart to think if this continues, this is gone. What we have left is gone. And what it was once was so different.
Yeah, McCullum said that the beach is getting bigger. Well, that's not true at all. It's getting smaller. It's diminishing. It's quite noticeable how less sand there is now.
When you go back, in regards to McCullum's taking of the sand and saying this, when you go further in walking between the beach and where we live, which is sand dunes, there is no sand, it is bare rock. It's gone, and it used to be a playground for our children. McCullum's is a sand mining company who say that it has made no difference. In fact, the sand has increased. This is just simply not true. We have areas of sand that have disappeared and are not going to be coming back. Exposed, I suppose it's the sort of aggregate rock that our children used to play on lush dunes. It's just simply not there. It's not true.
Yeah.
The impact of the sand mining for me personally, and I don't know, speak to you, is sadness. Yeah, just deep and frustration, at times anger, a lot of emotions around this, because we know that it's not coming back. The more they take, the more this beach is destroyed. And so sadness predominantly.
Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty obvious.
we need to stop
Yeah,
sand mining
it's finished.
as
We need
soon
to stop.
as possible.
Yeah, it just needs to stop, otherwise it's going to disappear.
And I fear for the future of the beach.
My hope is that people wake up to stop this destroying.
And my hope is that we will come into a consciousness whereby we will become better guardians of this incredible world we live in. When will we learn?
Yeah. The hope for the future is that we leave the beach as beautiful as we found it, and the enjoyment that we've had is able to be passed to the next generation of children. Yes, the feeling of the beach is that it's not as a healthy, pristine place when we remember it 50 years ago. So it's changing, and we want to stop it changing before it gets worse.
Mm.
Mm.